talk to everyone that I ran to talk to.
Does anyone else have flyers?
Yeah, I have a couple here. Let's take one or two.
Yeah.
Eugene, and when it happens, it's not something that's a small, oh look at it, there's like just a couple people. You know what I mean? Like it would just be like, bam, we're here. Right.
So it's a great opportunity for my trying to do that.
Coordinate with them. Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like!
Why is an occupation so important? It is because it means we are not going away. We will not disperse, we will remain. We will win. The world requires it.
I can hear my spirit. I can hear my spirit crying out for a little bit more justice. Crying out for a little bit more justice. And I say yes to the beat in me. I will set my spirit free. I say yes to the beat in me. I will set my spirit free. I can feel my soul rise. I can feel my soul rise. Rising on the wings of a peaceful revolution. Rising on the wings of a peaceful revolution. When I say yes to the beat in me, I will set my spirit free. When I say yes to the beat in me, I will set my spirit free. When I say yes to the beat in me, I will set my spirit free. When I say yes to the beat in me, I will set my spirit free.
Republicans, Democrats, veterans, even the police. All of us are the 99%.
The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided. The people will never be divided.
All of our grievances, like why we're not happy with the system, what don't you like about it, you're not happy with your job, you're not happy with your pay, the unemployment rates, they are stemming from the fact that big business is running our country. And that our needs aren't being met.
Absolutely.
So I feel like all of the small grievances are stemming from one large, and we need to remember that.
Yeah.
But to actually do what we're doing right now, they think it would cost $250,000 to $500,000 of the city taxpayer money to do what we're doing right now.
Everything's brought in on donation.
Okay.
Haven't spent a dime on anything, even propane and stuff like that.
And you the people have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You the people have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance.
Too big to fail,
This little light of mine, I will let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. People united will never be divided. People united will never be divided. People united will never be divided. Revolution! We can do it! 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 So when I say it's a movement, you say now. It's a movement! Now! It's a movement! Now! It's a movement! Now! It's a movement! Now! Yes, your people are beautiful!
More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness, gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men.
And once this rally is over, we're going to march the streets of Eugene as the first step in reclaiming our democracy and reclaiming our city.
Of the human race requires the cooperation of its members. Our system must protect our rights, and upon corruption of that system, it is up to the individuals to protect their own rights and those of their neighbors.
All my relations.
All my relations.
Yeah. Okay, temperature check.
Any blocks?
Any blocks?
Any stand asides? Okay.
Well, I would like to celebrate winter solstice, you guys! And tomorrow is a crucial time galactically, so remember that. This is all happening at a really kind of beautiful time. And from here on, it gets better and better, and more light and more energy comes to every project that goes on from here on. We're going forth to whatever's the next things, and we're taking all of this experience and taking it out there and showing folks what we learned here. Gosh, I've already talked to so many people who were so curious about what this was like. And so we take all that, and it's like we're the seeds, and we're the beginning of this year's harvest, and it begins tomorrow. Yeah.
Shut up! going on here? I gotta go to work. You guys better get out of my way. Hey. Whoa.
Blood money.
Your house is next.
So, we have just had 3+ hours of debate, discussion, and dialogue with old friends and new faces alike, and I think that's amazing. Can we get some noise for that? That noise feels so good.
Our streets! Our streets! Which side are you on? 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 Which side are you on?
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion fits? Put it on the Ritz.
I see so many people that don't have anything. I just don't want this place to go unless they have something to go with. And the resources weren't provided for us. What was this Occupy about? The Occupy is about providing resources for the ones that needed it. And we don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have these resources now. You know, the Occupy was here for a reason, to help the people out that needed the resources.
One thing that I personally love about the GA process is we come together as a group every night and we talk about how to further this movement.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, we had a little base here and it was nice, and I met a lot of good people, and what really breaks my heart is some of the street kids that finally found a home. I saw the change in these kids since I came here. I respect them that I saw. They finally found somewhere. They started opening up people and talking to people they never talked to before. I mean, ever.
I've been following the Occupy since it started in the downtown squares. I didn't know what it was when I first went there. It took me a while to figure out that it was actually a worldwide thing. It wasn't just in Eugene. You know, I just kind of stumbled upon it and started staying with it. And I've been quiet the whole time it's been going on. And I just wanted to say, everybody always asks why are you guys here? As the times are getting harder, the people are coming together to help each other. What a concept. That's what I say, what a concept. It was the first time in a long time I've actually had my own space, even if it was a little crappy, square this big and a tent, A lot of people would say every morning when they wake up, they hate, I hate being here and I hate my life and all this and that, and I've just been thinking the whole time I've been here, thankfully, that I was able to stay, live in a tent and have a little space. Right. What only was that big?
Awesome. We at the Medic tents, all across in 15,000 cities across the world, are here volunteer only, not being paid, because we believe in the power of people cooperating together and actually making something happen, because we all have our roles, we all have our skill sets, we all have a compassionate view towards our fellow human, and we just want to do what we can.
I'm here to stand in solidarity with people all over the world that are asking and demanding for a change to the systems that are corrupt.
When it comes down to it, the government is nothing without its people. And when all the people take a stand against economic injustice, that's when it will be our time in history to change the world into a better tomorrow for everyone. That's the amazing thing about this moment and this Occupy movement, because right now, standing here, I can't even imagine the limits of possibility. With the power of the people, we are the new generation to honor Martin Luther King by continuing his work toward economic justice for all.
Our forefathers might have messed everything up and made it where it's at today, but it's our generation that's going to put it right. Whether they label me as gang affiliated, career criminal, hell, for all I care, they can label me as a goddamn terrorist. I'm gonna fight for what I believe in as an American and live my life as a human. I founded what we call the SFA, the Street Family Alliance. We're pirates, juggalos, lesbian mafia, a bunch of different street families all together, coming under one unity to protect the occupation in a cause that is righteous and right.
Never got along on the streets before the Occupy happened, and when it formed, we all united and formed an alliance.
Reading the articles in the paper just kills me, and listening to people on the outside. Where have we gone that we really care more about money than everybody else, everything else?
Yeah, well, I guess I'm not that proud to be leaving, but this is all the possessions I have in the world, and we need to go survive, and I need to make some money playing my flute this afternoon so I can keep staying in nature, which is the healthiest place. I don't want to go to a homeless shelter, which is a very unhealthy social environment. By being here, I'm a part of something good. By being there, I'm not. I've had staff at shelters say the only reason people are here is because they're irresponsible, and I consider myself to be trying to do good. You know, I spend a lot of time trying to be as good as I can. So I'm not going to a place where I'm dishonored like that.
We are peaceful, loving people. We are fighting for our lives.
Maybe as a personal reflection of everything that's happened here is really impossible for me to put into words, and it's really sad to see this happening, but at the same time it's just part of the cocoon stage that we were in, and now we have to focus on being out there on the streets and getting our message heard. And now we don't have to cater to anybody except for just making sure that our friends are still happy and in support of us. And my experience is just ongoing. It goes back to a poem that I wrote or composed in my head earlier this afternoon. They can intimidate me, they can ridicule me, they can beat me,
jail me,
they can jail me, but they cannot change what I have become, and they cannot change what I will be. My oath to the occupation.
What attracted me was the protest, which was the people getting together because they're so fed up with the corruption of the government, the corporations, and the military.
I will go to jail. I will go to jail peacefully. I will stand with open arms to show love for each and every one of you out here.
Occupy movement is one that really does not want to see people have to suffer unnecessarily just because of money, for goodness sake.
I came to Occupy because I needed something else to do than
what I was doing before Occupy, which was occupying the streets. But I came here to Occupy specifically to see how I could be involved. And then when I came here, they initially accepted me and involved me and accepted the ideas and were willing to listen. So I wanted to be more part of it.
I saw so much hope and vitality, and it was amazing.
I have often wondered why I was born into this space and time, you know. It is so, you know, Neanderthalic, it is so backward, it is so dog eat dog, you know, and then to tell you the truth, I've been writing about what this movement, you know, has been representing and has been communicating for probably all my life, you know.
I came to the Occupy because I finally realized what really desperate shape our country is in. Over the last 10 years, I've been putting my finger in little bits and pieces of things to try to help change the situation I thought was emerging around us. But I really wasn't finding anything at all effective. But when I heard about Occupy Wall Street, I was really inspired. It was the first thing that I had seen that seemed to be big enough to fight what I have come to learn is a very, very large, very oppressive military, industrial, corporate oligarchy that we have.
We are the mighty, we are strong, we are the friendly, just want to get along. We are the 99, can you hear the call? Join your brothers and sisters as we all want Babylon fall.
Like right now, it's kind of fading away, the camp, but I hope that we can continue this sense of community, because I met a lot of really cool people that I would never have met had I not been at Occupy.
Can you call on your imagination as if telling a myth to a child? Put in the fantastical, wonderful, magical, add the romantic, the brave and the wild. Once upon a time, there was a power so great, no one could know its name. People tried to claim it, rule with it, all with such arrogance, ended in shame. Thousands of years passed in a moment, hundreds of cultures would come and go. Each generation with the glorious calling, even when they were too busy to know. And one day, after 2 millennia, which after all was a small part of time, hundreds of souls found their way out of nowhere to be on earth at the threat of decline. Let's all go, moved as one being, even though each would arrive here alone. They promised to work in grace with each other to brave the beautiful planet called home. There was no promise that they could save it, but how exciting to give it a try. Each one did just one thing beautifully, complex life on Earth might survive. So they arrived in a spectrum of colors, the population on Earth did explode. Some threw themselves in front of disaster, others slowly carried their load. Some adopted small girls from China, some lived high in the branches of trees. Some died as martyrs, some lived as healers, some bravely walked with a dreadful disease. They mingled among each class and each culture, not one of them could be identified, but together they altered just enough moments to help the lost and the terrified to step outside of our egos and our bodies to know for once that we truly are one. Then quickly we would forget to remember, but that's okay, their job was well done, and the Earth went on for another millennium. Now it is time for my song to end this mythical story. while souls are coming back. Souls are coming back. Souls are coming back.
Well, Occupy has brought the national issues of the too much power in the hands of the upper 1%, too much power in the hands of the corporations. What they've been able to do is highlight that issue, but bring it home to Eugene by highlighting the struggle of the bottom 1%, the homeless, the unhoused, who've been living in the margins in our community for years and years and years. And Occupy Eugene has shed light on their struggle, shed light in their lives to an extent that I have seen in all the years of organizing work I've done here in this community. So I've been very excited by the coming together of the national and the local about people, you know, working on issues, just making change in our community. I love when I see that happen.
You, above everyone else, should understand. We cannot be free until we have power. How else can we achieve it?
Now I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Big, there's Mr. Big, and the Supremes, and their Rascal the Animal.
I think you all know about corporate personhood, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the dirty little secret behind corporate personhood. I'm the corporate animal.
Rabbit, read Alice's charges against Mr. Big and the Supremes.
Horrible charges against Mr. Big and the Supremes. Bribing Congress.
Guilty!
Being in bed with Monsanto and ruining our food.
Come on, guilty!
Controlling the media.
Guilty!
Eliminating the middle class. Turning a whole generation of students into indentured servants. Trying to destroy our democracy. Our democracy.
Please help the world and love one another. Quit being selfish and think of everybody as a whole instead of just yourself.
Ain't it funny how all we want to do is be happy and eat and stay sheltered and warm, but they won't let us. Or at least within the dynamic that they create. The only way that it's going to be cool with them for some reason. So God bless America.
What was important about having the site itself?
So that you can see and realize how many people think the exact same way you do. That you thought you were just alone in your house going, "Gah!" But no, the whole world's out here with you, so don't worry, be happy.
It's just been great to have this camp because it also is bringing together the homeless community and the activist community here in one place, come together, pushing for change, building community, working together. So this site will remain in my heart for years to come because this is where we've had the kind of grassroots organizing I've dreamed about for years. I've seen it happen this fall.
This is a place where we've been able to come together and have conversations and build community and learn to know each other and love each other, even with all our flaws and faults. We need spaces like this all over this country, places where people can have the conversations that lead them to learn who they are and what they're good for and how they can work together with other people in the community to solve these problems.
This is just a new beginning for our tribe, and like we've learned so much, and we carry so many different relationships and different friendships. There's so many amazing experiences that we've coalesced in just 3 months, 3.5 months. I think people lose the context that we've actually only been doing this for like 100 days. The amount of energetic impact that we've made upon our reality on human existence in just 100 days is amazing.
Peace, justice, enough for everyone, spanking the banks. I love it all.
Our park! Whose park? Our park! Whose park? Our park! Whose park? Our park!
Being up in this tree is because for the last several weeks I've had friends and family who've been able to occupy a park together, who've been able to keep each other safe together, who've been able to feed each other together. We've been split up and marginalized for a really long time. It's not okay. 3 days before Christmas, being thrown out of the one place that most of us had to be safe, to be fed, and to be warm.
Whose park? Our park! Whose park? Our park! Whose park? Our park!
Help me fold this. Help me fold this.
Phoenix rising from the ashes. We will go somewhere else. We will stay together, and we will, you know, we will keep those bonds.
Safe right away and out of the weather as we started to immediately transition. Kind of like nature does with succession, the idea of a forest in succession, but with people kind of recovering and then building their infrastructure up into something astounding.
Respect existence!
Respect existence!
Or expect resistance!
Or expect resistance!
Those who are poor, those who are powerless, those who have no access to the wealth that one needs to survive, and you know, perhaps wealth isn't, but the resources one needs to survive. In an area where there is corporate downsizing and there are no jobs and there is only a service economy and education is being cut, which is the only rung by which people can climb.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm pissed off. I'm mad. And I'm not going home until they do something about it.
Robert Kennedy said, "Each time a man or woman stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he or she sends forth the tiny raindrop ripple of hope, and crossing each other they form countless centers of energy and daring, and these ripples build a current that can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and injustice."
understand. I want to understand. How powerful can we be? I want to understand just how far we're going to be able to go as we march around the world. But we know how to bring them down now. And all of the birds and the trees coming together at this time.
The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
The people united will never be divided.
Good day for speaking out. Using the voice that we have all fought for and been given. The voice that we need to be able to change society.
X-Factor, read all about it! Don't stand with the bosses. Don't listen to their lies. Workers haven't got a chance unless we organize. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you
We can't do it. How's the world gonna do it? So really, it's a chance to save the world. How can I say no?
The U.S. government we trusted in has left us to the banking vultures, but
we're not leaving!
What's that? I didn't hear you.
We're not leaving!
I don't think Wall Street can hear you.
We're not leaving!
Again.
We're not leaving!
That's right.
We're not leaving!
We're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're not leaving. We're not leaving.
We're not leaving! We're not leaving!
Then the way to make a change isn't hatred, shame, or blame. We must level out the playing field, see we're all the same.
Oh shit, has he got it? Purpose.
The movement of the 19th and 20th began with that simple sound, the sound of someone banging on a pot. And that sound grew. And then bodies began to move from their houses to the corner and to the center of the city and finally to the Plaza de Mayo. Bodies moved, pots banged, and finally that new phrase was spoken. Not speeches, not explanations, no political parties. No one exactly knew who was there, whether people were from the left or the right or the center. They were housewives, young people, everyone there said with the common voice, it's time. They all must go. All the politicians, all the representatives, all the judges, they all must go. And this belief combined with our knowledge of government scandal, corruption, fraud made us realize that the minority with financial power was making decisions every day, while the rest of the population felt like they were unable to do anything about it. And it all exploded on the 19th. When the people rose up and said they all must go. And when you think about October 15th, when 2,000 people gathered right here, when people gathered in over 100 countries on every populated continent on this planet, they gathered to occupy. And now our story is not the same as the story of November 19th. It's not the same as horizontalism. But we still can learn from their story nonetheless. What emerged out of this unconscious gathering was assemblies, neighborhood assemblies, people meeting in factories and workplaces and schools, people making plans. And it was frustrating. I've read through these pages, people cussed at each other. They had to learn how to respect each other. They had to learn how to work together. They did not have a culture preparing them for this. But they've stuck with it through years. 10 years later, they are still a work in progress. And we as Occupy are beginning our own journey. So I want you to take just a moment to think about the story that we are going to co-create with our movement. Let's have a meeting, y'all.
Here today to stand in solidarity with the students in Montreal and right here in our own state, where we are facing tuition increases that are basically the equivalent to slave labor. You know, we get sold into debt to the state and the federal government for being able to go to school, which education is a human right. We should all be able to educate ourselves in the manner that we want to.
He's a former Black Panther and he's the founder of the Common Ground Collective in New Orleans.
Oh, y'all ought to see how beautiful you look. It was people like yourselves that saved the city of New Orleans. When our government said do not enter, it was people like yourself that said we will go and find out the truth. It was people like you that fed when the government refused to feed. It was people like you that provided the service to make sure that African American communities in New Orleans was able to survive. People who use their privilege to make sure that they save a community. In the same way that you help save New Orleans, you can save this nation.
There's thousands of people descending on the Brooklyn Bridge right now. It's the biggest one yet. It's huge.
There's not one reason why this is going on. There can't be. This wouldn't be possible if there was just one reason or one goal in mind. This is sects from all around, all demographics, all ages, you know, all races, all types of people are coming together behind just the simple fact that they're fed up.
All of our grievances, like why we're not happy with the system, what don't you like about it, you're not happy with your job, you're not happy with your pay, the unemployment rates, they are stemming from the fact that big business is running our country. And that our needs aren't being met.
Absolutely.
So I feel like all of the small grievances are stemming from one large, and we need to remember that.
Yeah. Tuesday is going to be a day to really define who is going to be taking what roles in different areas. You know, we have media, community outreach, legal, medical.
Part of the solution is, you know, with this whole thing with Wall Street taking all of our, you know, money and power and whatnot, is I want to know what all of you do. I want to know what you're good at, and I want to connect with that and offer you business. And that underlying networking, that's power that we have right there. That we can disconnect with the big money, stop sending our money out of state, and start putting it right here where it needs to be.
People power! People power! People power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
People power!
The people united!
National Warriors Guild, as I said, and it's going to be key. We learned this tactic from Portland, that we're not actually going to announce the place that we are occupying and marching to until an hour before. So it's very important that all of us stay connected and united. Please talk about action items that you can do, ideas that you have, skills that you have, and utilize them. We will meet back here in about 30 minutes. Thank you.
I can read what we have so far. We have traditional media, social media, collective visioning, arts, performance, entertainment, the website, youth engagement, street media, counter propaganda. Anything else that we're missing? Schools and businesses. Okay, schools and businesses.
So we have a research committee down there. We were organizing training on Thursday at noon to get some nonviolent training, to get some training in how to peacefully protest, how to be arrested peacefully, how to not get hurt. When you are faced in that situation, you will be confronted and you will be yelled at. And that makes a lot of panic in a lot of people. So you need to understand how to react in those situations.
This rally is over. We're going to march the streets of Eugene as the first step in reclaiming our democracy and reclaiming our city.
Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like!
Plug into this movement. After this march, there will be a General Assembly. This is the most democratic way to make change. We invite all of you to be a part of this movement. We the people of Eugene. I want you to turn to somebody you don't know and thank them for coming out for the revolution today. Thank you! These are our comrades, and this is only the beginning. This is a non-partisan, broad-spectrum movement of people that includes everyone: Republicans, Democrats, veterans, even the police. All of us are the 99%. Today and every day until we see the change we want to see in this country, it will take every single one of us. This is not about a camp out. This is about making real change in our country.
My name is Phil Crow. I'm a poet and I live in Eugene. Hi, Phil. America, I know your pangs and throes of retail need materialism. I pound and break with you on the shores of now-minute amnesia. I am carved as you are carved into stimulus-response consumer worms. But I have good news. The human spirit will not be denied because the great all merge. From the denizens of the emerging jobless class to the young psychic trailblazers downing their first heroic dose. From the organic farmers working earth magic for food sustainability. To the raucous riot girls singing "Suck My Left One," the great emerge. From the visionary visual artists scribing progressive murals in city alleys, to the warrior poets laying down political verse over break beats. From the non-profit Imagineers feeding the poor and rescuing children from sex slavery. To the wonderfully genderqueer plurality of non-binary Who's'em-a-what's, the great emerge. From the super geek hacker heroes battling for net neutrality. To the militant environmentalists chaining themselves to old-growth forests. From the subversive liars fighting the system for social justice, to the gay pathfinders pressing for marriage equality. The great emerge. From the homeless families whose lives have been foreclosed, to the immigrant farm workers sacrificing their bodies to keep America fed and their dream act deferred. From the young couples raising their children with love and empathy, to the organizers protesting for righteous causes outside the bounds of free speech zones, the great emerge. And to you, corporate controllers swinging through the revolving door of government, and to you, lobbyist scumbags filling the coffers of Congress with blood money, and to you, marketing gurus clamoring for the best new way to sell our love back to us. And to you, Blackwater, and to you, Halliburton, and to you, Monsanto, and to you, ConAgra, and to you, CIA, FBI, NSA, Homeland Security, know that the blood you squeeze from this stone is your own. Because when the great all merge, we will form a more perfect union, a psychic internet of advanced consciousness, and none of your temptations will subvert our love. No injustice, no crime against humanity, no illicit mental programming will go unpunished. This is karma, motherfuckers!
It's a movement! Now! It's a movement! Now! It's a movement! Now! It's a movement! Now! Yes, your people are beautiful!
I'm recording. That was a statement.
The people united will never be divided. The people united will never be divided.
And if we save this nation, we will save life as we know it on this planet. Don't be duped into thinking that we need just jobs. Because if we cannot breathe this air or drink this water, jobs become mute.
Greetings. This is called Breaking Up the Banks. If you're sick of 1% types in league with government official cranks, we're breaking up the banks. If you're tired of seeing all of your tax dollars go to fight jets and tanks. We're breaking up the banks. Don't tell us that they're too big to fail. Criminals like them should be in jail. In a sale, we saved J.P. Morgan Chase. Slap in the face is all we get by way of thanks. We're breaking up the banks. Don't believe them when they say they worked hard to get that way. We don't want their charity, we're demanding parity. Access to education, health care for all the nation, roofs to keep us warm, and campaign finance reform. Don't give us more tax breaks for the wealthy. Let's make sure our working class is healthy. Ring the belfry. President Obama, we're waiting for you to show some teeth. Break with your ranks. Breaking up the banks. There's no end to what they'll do, squeezing money out of you. They'd be all that they can be on the backs of you and me. Fuck that, the game is changing now that we're rearranging secret backdoor rules for obedient fools. Come, let's lend a hand to all, help occupy throughout the land, even Tom Hanks. We're breaking up the banks.